Okay guys, today I am super excited to check this place out. Armanee Terrace 1 and Armanee Terrace 2, situated in the same plot of land over here. And I gotta say, this is a very old condo, but I was told that the maintenance here is beautiful. And also I saw a lot of videos online, right, from Malaysia, Homey and whatnot. All these companies out there, or these platforms out there, has showcased the properties over here that are beautiful. So very excited to go check this place out. Let's go, let's go. Okay, so we just came out from the lift lobby over here, and I got to say this place is a little bit on the girl-up side, but not too bad because there's also natural sunlight coming in from different ventilation areas. So when you walk over here, you can see instantaneously on the ground floor itself, right, there's also units already. And bear in mind, all the properties over here are duplex, which means it's 2 floors, simulating a terrace house but in a condominium setting. So you can see over here, the minute you walk to your unit, right, it's a villa resort style, and then when you come inside to the unit over here, there's 2 volume ceiling height already. Before we go to the actual unit that we're going to see from the outside only, this unit once again is on the Lelong market, and I over here, thankfully enough, thanks to agent Cordell, right, we actually have the floor plan over here, which kind of gives you a rough understanding of what this duplex condo is going to look like. And the unit itself, right, you can see this place very well ventilated with natural airflow. Even though this is actually covered up by both walkways or both buildings adjacent to each other, right? Now, the unit that was on Lelong is this one over here. And you can see our good friend Cordell over there taking photos, right? Okay, so let's go in real quick. I want to show you guys this one over here because it's actually currently under renovation. So this is not partial furnished, this is not bare unit, this is a new category on its own called work in progress. And when you come over here, instantaneously you can tell, right, I think the person that actually went with this property or owned this property, right, maybe they were doing this renovation and faced some cash flow issue, and that's the reason why it's on the Lelong market right now. And it's actually quite sad to see because from the outside over here, right, instantaneously you can tell they actually already did some modification of the home itself. I saw from outside over here, there's already a stairway that's already being built in the process, kind of alter the design a little bit already. Okay, now this is the part where I say is very interesting because you can see they actually built their own stairways over here already. And more importantly, right guys, this is the unit that is actually facing the forest reserve over there. Now that is a beautiful view. I don't get the luxury to actually go inside this unit yet. Maybe later we'll find an owner that allows us to do so. But looking from here, it's already beautiful. Can you guys tell? And if any owners in the market has a property over here that you guys are willing to show us, then please let us know because I am very, very excited to check this one out. And who knows, maybe I'll be your neighbor as well, because if I win this Lelong bid, then it's mine. Okay, we just came to the Armanee Terrace Wing C over here, and I got to say, right, this particular development is massive. I absolutely love this stuff. Older Greek mythology design language. And you can see from afar over here, right, these are very high ceiling. They don't feel cramped. And this particular property development itself is rather low dense. And I was also told, right, that the maintenance fee over here, after checking with the management officer, is actually rather affordable. Only about 20 odd cents per square feet. Now, even though these properties over here are duplex 2,000 over square feet, right, which will put you around that 300, 400 ringgit range for maintenance, I got to say this place is really well maintained. I'm really liking this place right now. So there's 4 swimming pools over here, and we are actually in Armanee Terrace 1. Coming out from the lift lobby itself, you're greeted with the first swimming pool over here. Now, I was told there is actually 4 swimming pools across this entire villa development. So the first one over here is quite nice. I would say it's quite sizable. And what I like is, because this particular place, right, is surrounded with landscaping that are very nice. As you can see over here, right, look at this. How often do you see greeneries like such in condos or newer condos nowadays? Landscaping over here is insane, it's beautiful. So the ground floor units over here also enjoy this accessibility directly from their balcony. Now, I'm just going to walk very briefly over here, but this, bear in mind, is somebody else's unit, right? So you just see over here, this beautiful greenery, right? You walk in, that's your house already. So it emulates like a little landed house within a compound of a condominium, and also enjoys a direct book visit back to the swimming pool over here. So this kind of emulates like you are in a resort villa kind of feel. Wow, this is looking very nice there. If there's a unit down here for sale, wow, I might be interested. This is beautiful. This is a rather old condo, right? You can see that there's also different features over here, from swimming pool all the way to jacuzzi being included in the past lah. Now this development, I gotta tell you, right, is close to 20 plus years already, you know. So it's actually a rather old development, but looking at the entire place right now, the maintenance is pristine, it's beautiful. It kind of emulates a little bit of windows on a park, but this one actually in the Damansara Perdana area, which in my opinion, location is very strategic also, because it enjoys a lot of highways over here, and more importantly, right, it's only about 8 to 10 minutes drive to IKEA Damansara. So that means you can actually use the train station over there from a 8 to 10 minutes kind of distant proximity range lah. Bus station right outside, just go downstairs and can go there already. Very convenient location. So now this is supposed to emulate a villa sort of resort kind of feel, right? And I gotta say, they are doing a spot-on design over here, because you can see there's a barbecue gazebo over here that looks beautiful. Look at this, you can just put like firewood, charcoal and whatnot, and then just cook your barbecue over here. Hardly you get to see this type of design, because this one actually gives you a bit more space for fire, you know. So it actually can give you that very, not wok, but more charcoal, more American style punya barbecue punya concept lah. And as I can mention many times, right, this place maintenance is doing a very good job. You can see even the workers over here are using the jet spray to kind of make sure that the walkways to your unit over here is actually properly cleaned up. Because if there is actual greens kind of thing, right, 我们 call 青苔 lah, then what will happen, then it becomes very slippery, right? So they're actually cleaning that part over there, which is a very nice thing. So this is an exclusive swimming pool for Armanee Soho 1. And there's also a gym over here, not the most sizable, we'll go check it out right now. It's just really for you to do a quick exercise over here lah. As you can see, right, and as I mentioned a couple of times, this is a close to 2-decade-old property, it means about 20 years old. So obviously the gym equipments are not going to be that much nicer than the newer condos lah. But is it sufficient? Not really also. Now within the development itself, right, there's also this area over here which is actually for you to have like some sort of commercial activities lah. So you can see there's a clinic concierge over here, basically for personalized healthcare lah. So I believe this is maybe for you, like the older people that maybe they want to get their legs better or whatnot, then you can come over here. And you can see there's a mini market over here as well. And on top of this particular development, which you can see over there, we shall go later, basically that is your tennis court as well. So if you want to do like team building events within your condo, within the compound itself, you can do it as well. Okay, so we're at the gym area of the clubhouse lah. Now this is the main one over here, which I can tell you is massive. Look at this over here. Now here is the place for you to do an actual workout. Now gym equipment wise, obviously they're going to be a little bit degraded, because this is a condo that is close to 2 decades old right now. So obviously you're not going to see new gym equipments, right? Which can also be very easily solved, because management can always use the excess cash flow that they have to actually kind of change all these equipments over here lah. But you can see just now around 12 PM today or Thursday, right, you see actually people using the equipment as of just now that guy walking out lah. Gym room, very sizable, enough for you to do a decent workout, but I can tell you that the gym equipments can be a little bit better lah, because rather aged. We are at the clubhouse right now, and obviously you can see this is a very big space for you to actually you can do your yoga classes over here lah. So this clubhouse are actually quite convenient and quite nice, even though the maintenance can be slightly better, but I like the fact that this is already inside the building itself or within the compound lah. And one very funny thing over here, right, is that you see this plaster ceiling, right? Don't know why they decided to actually go with this type of design, because I think if you put the fan on the plaster ceiling itself, it'll be too low also lah. Maybe some taller people will get injured, but not me lah, I wouldn't. Okay, for the Nicole Davids out there in Malaysia, now this is a place whereby you can also do a bit of a practice over here, because there's a squash court that is very sizable. How nice. So this place is so big, right? They even have an active nursery over here, which you can see there's so many kids just playing around. Look at them, such an adorable bunch of people. So we are walking our way to the tennis court over here. It's all the way at the top of this clubhouse area lah. And a lot of the audience has always asked us, right, hey Jin, where is the place with the best tennis court, right? And I think, we just found it guys, there's two massive courts over here. So Cordell can play over there and I can play over here, okay? And this one, easily you can play pickleball also, no issues. And the flooring over here, ooh, quality finishing over here that you won't slip even during rainy days lah. I gotta say, Armanee Terrace 1 over here, Armanee Terrace 2 over there, surrounded with these greeneries over here is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so there's also a very sizable badminton court over here. And thanks to the boys over here, right, I got a chance to play a bit of badminton after so many years, right? And I got to say, number one, very important is that they use actual proper badminton court in the flooring grade lah. Gotta catch my breath because I just played a bit, right? And you can see over here, I think they're doing a bit of training, right? Which is very nice. Very well kept, especially the age of this particular condo or development itself. Okay, so now this is a duplicated swimming pool over here. As I mentioned, there's 4 swimming pools, right? So we visited one just now, exclusive for Armanee Terrace 1. And this one is more like a common one because it actually also next to the quote-unquote management office or the canteen area over here lah. So kids can also play over here and then go makan right after. Now this is the cafeteria, canteen area backside lah. Okay, basically this is where they do their cooking and whatnot. So you can see over there, that is like a proper workstation over there lah. Quite big, quite sizable, and smells pretty good lah. So we are at the middle ring of the particular developments, kind of like the separator between Armanee Soho 1 and Armanee Soho 2. And this particular villa area over here, right, just like I mentioned, there's going to be a swimming pool over there and also the cafeteria and canteen lah. Now this is also where the management office is actually situated on. And you can see over here, right, maintenance is so well done. Look at the paint. I think this is definitely not painted recently, but you can see that they actually use quality finishing and quality fittings. That's the reason why it's actually so well maintained. And over here, there's also a men's spa, which obviously, oh, I can come in, or I was thinking that we can't come in. But let me turn on the lights and see over here, right? This men's spa over here, look at this. Guys, what the heck? This is like in Japan way. Japan also you have something like this. I hope that this is cold. Oh, this is heated. This is actually hot. This is actually hot. So this is actually a really men's spa that is actually operating one. It's no joke. And for the fact that you're only paying about 20 odd cents per square feet over here, with this type of facilities, it's insane, guys. It's insane. So now upstairs also there's quite a fair bit. IT room, library room, reading room, management office, meeting room, and restaurant, which is downstairs. Let's go check it out real quick. Okay, so we are at the IT room, reading room, library area. Oh, this place is locked. But essentially, if you see from close proximity like such, you can see this place is actually being used for like reading, meetings, and also a bit of a computer situated somewhere over there. So nothing too much, but I like the fact that this is very well maintained. Really gives you that villa punya vibe. And this solid wood over here, really well maintained also. Okay, so now we are at Armanee Terrace 2's gym room. And this Armanee Terrace 2 is actually the newer block of the two, right? And essentially you can see there's quite a fair bit of people over here working out at this hour, about 1 p.m. on a Thursday. Equipments here also much better than Armanee Terrace 1 because this is obviously a newer condo. So you can see equipments are also rather well equipped and also very sizable. I believe this one, no issues, you definitely can do a proper full workout. But for me personally, I don't really like it when gym rooms actually uses a carpet design because over time, if it's not well maintained, then there's going to be some sort of odor one. This one over here, thankfully, nothing, no smell despite the fact that it's a close to 20-year-old condo, right? Okay, we just finished visiting Armanee Terrace 1 and now we are at Armanee Terrace 2. People call it 1 or 2, but to me, I think it's quite similar because in the same development and same compound, even they share the similar guardhouse over here. Now you can see over here, right, design language is also very similar to Armanee Terrace 1 over there. Also Greek design language over here, as you can see. I like the fact that they allow natural sunlight to come in over here and all the greeneries over here seems to be in very well intact, so it's very nice. Now one thing I want to point out, right, because as of late, this particular condo is facing this very weird guard issue, right? Look very quickly over there. Red color is another guard officer. Black color hat is another different guard officer. So it's rather strange because there's two different guards managing this particular development right now. Okay, so now we are at Armanee Terrace 2's swimming pool. As I mentioned, this entire development has 4 pools that you can actually kind of like walk across each other. Now this one is more private to Armanee Terrace 2 punya residence over here lah. And as you can see over here, right, this one seems like the water feature has already stopped operating, and the design language is not as interesting as the other ones over there because that one is more villa kind of vibe, right? And when I was walking over here, this design language is a little bit more different. I like that the fact that it's a bit more airy, it's a bit more brighter, but it doesn't give you that sort of like luxurious vibe as much as the one that we went to just now, Armanee Terrace 1 lah. Personal preference, I like Armanee Terrace 1 more. Looks better maintained compared to Armanee Terrace 2 over here. The other thing is that because Armanee Terrace 2 is situated so close to an abandoned project over there, this swimming pool number 4, Armanee Terrace 2 punya second swimming pool. They look rather similar, design also rather similar to that one over there. To me personally, my preference is Armanee Terrace 1 lah, which is much nicer. As you can see over here, water features also stop operating already lah. So yeah, the only downside about this particular development, right, is that all the units over here come with this tandem car park design. So tandem, as I mentioned in a couple of videos, right, means front and back, right, front and back. Now obviously if somebody that needs to move their car first, then you only can move the other car, because right behind you already going to be your neighbors when your car park area. So it's not very convenient for people that actually commutes by car over here, and public transport over here is also rather limited lah. You got to walk down a fair bit to the bus stop over there, then only can chow. Okay, so this concludes Armanee Terrace 1 and Armanee Terrace 2. Now sadly we didn't actually get to see inside of the unit. We only got a glimpse of what it looks like, but to be honest with you, I really like this development because the space over here is massive. And MK Land, you guys did a really good job in terms of the overall deliverables over here. I can see the fittings over here are of quality because today this is almost a 2-decade-old property, right? And it looks very beautiful. Now, the only thing that I may consider as a downside over here is the entryway to come in here. Now, this actually situates in the far end of Damansara Perdana area, which on this tail end over here gets rather jammed because there's a lot of residential areas over here, and to come in here is also a bit of a nightmare lah. And now I'm not somebody that's very familiar with Damansara area to begin with, right? The amount of highway accessibility is very good, but it's also very complex for people that is not familiar with the area like me lah. But beyond that, if you talk about the development itself, I gotta say this particular development I absolutely adore. I prefer Armanee Terrace 1 because of the overall design and the way that it's maintained compared to Armanee Terrace 2 lah. And also because Armanee Terrace 2, right, is situated on the right end, on the far end right side, right, there's actually also another abandoned property over there, which is a bit of an eyesore for people that is actually facing on that direction. So if any of the audience over here, right, if you are so kind to actually show us one of your units, Armanee Terrace 1, which is a little bit of a lower ceiling height, or Armanee Terrace 2, which is the newer and higher ceiling height when you get in, I would love to come back again and actually check this place out again. So please do check our videos. And once again, right, lastly, don't take my word for any of this property advice or any of these property reviews. Come here yourself, see yourself, and by all the time, make your own informed decision. Don't trust a guy from social media. So make your own investment decisions and stay safe. Bye-bye.